Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Fireside Chat, Paint by Numbers, part 26. I know, right? Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So we're actually working on the last colour, can you believe it? Outside of white. This is the last colour that we will be painting, and it is a dark red. We have red here and here in other places, but this is a dark red, and this will finish any areas that are not going to be white. So I'm going to start up here. Now maybe off camera slightly, I'm going to move my board down a bit. There we go. Just turn it so it fits in properly. Right, so we're going to start here. There we go, that's going on nicely. Yeah, so we're finally here, the last colour. I'm going to do the white off camera. So I may not get this done all in video in part 26, but yeah, we're here now. We are here. I didn't really know how many videos it would take me to do this one. I mean, I did start off with 30-minute videos, so it's probably been more videos than it should have been. But you know, huge learning curve is this YouTube's. So this will be another hour. I see some of you out there that haven't got your coffees and your beverages. Come on, hit pause, get your coffee, get your beverages, sit back, relax and enjoy. So yeah, this is really exciting now. I think it'll be the last couple of videos of this project, this hobby project that we're doing. And I think we've frozen. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. The audio, the video froze. The audio was still working. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that. I think it's because I had a video open in on the PC, as well as I'm uploading another video onto YouTube. I think it was it's a bit too much for the computer to handle. As I say, I will be getting a better computer later in the year, and it should get rid of that. The hum is coming from the tower, I do believe. I can hear it now. So when I get a new computer, that hum should disappear. I'm not sure if I'm going to find out if there's anything I can do to shut it out in the edit. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try anyway until I get a new computer. Like I said, this is this computer came from a friend, so there's a lot of heavy use in the computer, in YouTube and things like that there, so I do need to get one. Any recommendations in the comments are greatly welcome. I think I might get, I've heard that gaming computers are really good for YouTube, so I'll probably look at something like that. So yeah, just going to keep an eye on the video to make sure it doesn't, the visuals don't freeze up again. I closed that video, that playback that I had open, and I shut down the editing software as well, so I think that's fixed it. Yeah, there's little teething problems, but at least I'm kind of knowing what's causing the problem and being able to fix it straight away. So yeah, so I'll stitch the start of this video to this video, and it should be seamless. So I don't know if you've noticed that I've been adding new elements to my videos. So I changed the logo in the top right hand corner because it wasn't my proper logo, it was just my icon. So changed that, and I added some more visuals and sound to my opening and closing credits, I suppose you would call them. I'm just kind of exploring adding new elements. I do need to put a subscribe button, an animated subscribe button on there, which I'll probably do fairly soon. You know, I learn how to do them and then I get them done pretty quickly, just to make my videos just kind of stand out a little bit and just make them a bit more, you know, the content's going to be the same, but it's the opening and closing. I'm just trying to make a little more animated, a little more interesting. So yeah, I'm just experimenting. I may change it to something else later on down the line, but at the moment I'm happy enough with where it is. So move on to this section here. See, there's a lot of this red now. I was going to do this red before I did the green, the final green, because I knew there was a lot of it to do, but you know, I will get around to it eventually. So here we are with this red, and it butts up against all the colours that are surrounding it, which is really good. You can tell that we're nearly towards the end of it now. Keep your guesses coming. I think everybody's right now. Everybody's right. Everybody knows what it is. But I'll keep the unveil until the end of the project. I mean, but I think everybody knows what this is now. And this colour is kind of the finishing touches to removing any white canvas that's not meant to be white. It'll all be gone once this colour's done. And then after this video, I'm going to work really hard to get these whites done. Paint on directly onto the off-white canvas and paint them like a bright white. I have been doing some, like I did this bit here. I've done some of that, some of these here, but I still need to go around and finish, and they're going to be time consuming, so I will do them off camera, and then we'll have the big reveal of it completely finished. I'll clean up all the uneven paint work as well. I mean, I don't really have to, but for my eyes, I want to do that, because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to the finish of how it's going to look. I'm probably being really picky, but I like I said, I'm going to hang it up in a bright room, and I want all the imperfections, because I will be looking at it and I'll be going, oh, I missed that bit and I missed that bit. I don't want to be doing that once it's been stretched on a frame. I think it's been quite difficult to keep taking it off the wall and repainting it. I really don't want to do that. Once it's done, kind of thing. So I might slide over to the bigger brush and get some of these big areas done. Towel, clean the brush. But so far so good. The pen is working really well. So I'll get this brush to the side. Let's get the bristles a bit of a flick in. Right, let's go with this. Yeah, so it's very exciting that we've nearly finished. this hobby project, hobby or whatever it is. Yeah, I will stick with them no matter how long it takes or how difficult it might be. I'll stick to it. I'll stick with it until it's finished. But yeah, this paint is coming on really well. It's painting on really well with this big brush. So I'm just going to pull the paint around as much as I can, and then I'll go over it with the smaller brush. But yeah, it's really actually looks very similar to that red, even though it is a darker red. It kind of looks the same as that red. Maybe it'll dry darker, I don't know, but it is a different red. So just get in there and just get as much as I can. Pull the paint around as much as I can. There we go. Yeah, so I'm really excited that this is almost finished now. So we've got like 95% of it done. That's the first piece of content on the channel. I've got something from start to finish, although you didn't see the start of it because, like I said early on, I did lose the videos. It was like a 2.5 hour video that I'd made that opened up the channel, and I was really disappointed that I lost that video. But there was no way around it. There wasn't enough room on the phone to add more videos, and I couldn't get the videos off the phone. So I was in a dilemma, and I had to make a decision. So I had to delete the early videos, which I was really gutted. But now that I found a solution to it, it turns out I didn't really need to delete them, but I didn't have this solution at the time. So yeah, it kind of pained me to delete that much footage, but it was the first video, so yeah, it's just unfortunate. But you know, for the next thing that I do on the channel, I'll be able to go right from the ground up. Did I just paint over that? I think I just painted over that. I think I did paint over the other red. I'm gonna have to sort that out. I think I've just, because there's two different coloured reds, and I've kind of painted, I just went with my brush. Oh dear. I will have to fix that, because I did see the line there. Oh dear. I'll fix that off camera, because they are going to dry differently. This is going to dry slightly darker than the other red that's on here. So let me just fill in as much as I can. So I think I'll go back to the smaller brush, do the edges. Brush head cleaned. Alright. Go back to the smaller brush now. Now that we've taken a lot of the bulk out of it, so let's just go from here. Yeah, I think I painted over the other red by accident, but it's fine. You know, I'll fix it off camera, because I can see that shape there of that line, and I shouldn't have gone over so much. Oh well. And at the moment they look the same, but I do believe that this one is going to dry slightly darker, and you will see a difference between the two reds. It's not much of a difference between the reds, but I think when it dries, it will dry darker, and you will see a difference. But really not happy I did that. I just kind of ploughed straight in and just yeah, enough with that. It's done. It's done. I did it. It's done. Okay, let's just get this brush in here. It's still warm. My hand is sticking to the canvas, as you can hear. Just, there. There we go. Yeah, I was a little bit enthusiastic with this red. I just kind of ploughed into the other red. Yay! Yeah, I'm so happy I'm doing this red now. Doing this last colour. Slightly darker than the pink that's next to it, so I can clean up a lot of where I went slightly outside the line. And remove the line that separates the two colours. Because I don't need that line anymore. See if I can tighten this up. Yeah, I haven't really watched that much since I did the last video. I did finish the pilot to Enterprise. And then I watched half of what was it called? Dune. That's it. I watched half of Dune or Dune or however you want to pronounce it. I think I probably left off where I left off last time, so I need to finish that because I do really like it. It's very stylized. It's kind of, it's like they got the special effects that they didn't have with the first one back in the early 80s. Patrick Stewart's actually in that one, so he's not new to sci-fi. I did try and watch that version. I've tried to watch it a couple of times, but I don't understand it. Probably need to give it another watch because I really got lost in it. It seemed to be really big. It was a really big show, and film, should I say? And I love the visuals on it, but I did struggle with following it. A friend of mine likes it. I think she watched it when she was younger. She's probably watched it a few times, so she understands what it's about. I mean, I know it's about, it's like there's spice on this planet and there's these giant worms and things, but I really didn't get it. I do need to sit down and kind of give it a good watch, because it's like with Blade Runner. When I first watched Blade Runner, I didn't actually finish it because I didn't understand it. I do now, but I didn't understand it at the time. But because I didn't watch it when I was younger, it's not really it didn't have a big impact on me growing up. So because I didn't watch it growing up, it doesn't really mean a lot to me. Like, I watched the sequel to Blade Runner, and I did enjoy that, but I watched Blade Runner first, the original, and I didn't get the hype of it. I mean, I get it's like really stylized and it's set in a certain way, but I don't know. It's like I didn't watch it growing up, so it's not part of my memories and things. That it's something that I would go back and watch. So I'll probably never watch Blade Runner again. It's kind of one full proper watching was enough for me. I don't really need to watch it again. Others may have a different view on that, those who've watched it quite a few times and grew up watching it, which I didn't. So yeah, it's a Blade Runner. But Dune, I think when I've watched this remake, it's like part 1, part 2, I don't know when part 2 is coming out. I do like the way it's been made. I think this version would have Frank Herbert's blessing, because it's been made really well. No, I don't know if Frank Herbert is still alive. I don't know. I'm just going to turn this. Get some of these angles. See if I turn it that way. A lot of it's quite wet now. We'll go here. There. Yeah, so I think after watching this one, I think I'll have a better understanding from the original. It's like Sting's in it as well. And see, they're all taken from books, so you know there's going to be a lot of similarities between the original and this, but like special effects have moved on since the first one. So I think once I've finished watching it, I think I will give the original a go, because I'll probably have a better understanding of the story and what's going on. It's like I've got a better understanding of the story from watching the first part. Well, not the first part. The first probably half of the first part, because they are breaking it up into parts. I don't know how many. It's going to be 2 or 3 parts to it, but it's very well made, very well made. And Dave Bautista's in it as well, from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's in it, and I just love the way, like, they've got the big, like a big cone in the sky with a big hole in it, and it's kind of like like a ship, and it looks really good, and they got like egg-shaped pods and things, and I just really like I like the styling of it, and it was also the styling of it in the original. I just like that, and I do want to understand. I want to understand the film, because I kind of avoided it because I just got lost watching it. I was just like, I don't really know what's going on here. It introduces a lot of characters and I couldn't keep track. I was just like, I don't know. This is just getting a bit. It's getting a bit much for me. So hopefully, when I've watched this, the remake, I'll get a better understanding of the story. So when I do watch the original, I should be able to follow it. Let me know in the comments if Dune's or Dune, I think we call it Dune over here. If Dune's is a film that you like, if you can kind of give me a rough kind of breakdown of the story without ruining it, just to kind of tell me roughly what it's about, because I really don't know what it's about. I think Kyle MacLachlan is in the original. He's very young. And I think he plays the main guy, the young Atreides guy. So note that's a family, the Atreides. And I do remember the hand in the box thing from the original, and it's in this as well, because they've taken it from the books, or the book. I don't know if there's more than one. They've split it up into, I don't know, maybe they're going to split it up into 5 parts, because the source material is that big and that rich. I think they're probably going to do something like that. They're going to try and stick to as close to the original as they can, the original source material, and it will take as long as it takes. It's like the Lord of the Rings films. You know, we got 3 films out of that. I think it was 3 books as well. And then with The Hobbit we got 3 films as well, which I loved. I mean, I know they extended it out, but I just loved 3 films Lord of the Rings, 3 films Hobbit. I just loved them all. I really did. They look so beautiful. They look really beautiful. And they were made quite a while ago now. I think they were made like 20 years ago, the first one was. And it still stands up. It really does. I don't know where I've gone wrong with this red, but I said I will fix it. It's kind of all merged into one now. It's kind of I wasn't paying attention. There you go. See if we can get across there. Yeah, Dave Bautista's in it. What do you call the guy from Game of Thrones? And Aquaman. He's in it. I can't remember what you call him. I only remember what he was called in Stargate Atlantis. He was called Ron, and I can't remember what you call him. Mine's fried. Yeah, I uploaded 3 videos to YouTube today, and I had to watch them all to make sure that the content was family friendly. I had to cut a few things out of it because in the videos I'd named the videos the wrong number. I think I called it video 22 when it was actually video 20. Just need to check something here. Let's see if video 20. Let's make sure it was just one part, because some of them are in 3 parts where the recording has stopped for some strange reason. Just check that. That's right. Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name who plays Aquaman, and I can't remember it. My head's a little bit fried today as I was watching and editing 3 videos. Yeah, it gets a bit much. Let me just Google his name quickly. Jason Momoa, that's it. Jason Momoa. Of course. Yeah, so there's the young actor, the really talented actor that plays Paul Atreides. I do remember that name when I did watch the original. When I tried to watch the original, I remember the name Atreides. And I think Paul is played by Kyle MacLachlan in the original. And I don't know who Patrick Stewart plays. I wonder if he plays the Jason Momoa part. I wouldn't be able to tell you what his character's name is in the original. Yeah, so I'm looking at it from upside down and just kind of trying to make sure I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm supposed to paint in here, or if that's supposed to stay white. It's very difficult to tell when it's upside down, so I'm just going to slide that in so I can get these colours here, these reds, finished. Yeah, my brain is fried today, can't think straight. Quite an exhausting 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, so I'm looking to get my videos released every other day at 6 PM. So like today, because we're back in the past and in the future. Video 7 was released today. Part 7 was released today. although I was uploading 18, 19 and 20. That kind of melts the brain as well. It's kind of like, where am I? And yet this is video 26. Yeah, I'm losing all sense of reality. Totally losing track of time. I've just got to get my head around it, really. I think it'll get easier the more practice. Red is really painting so well. I'm quite impressed. Even though it's very humid and warm, the paint is kind of doing its thing. Getting quite a lot done. This might run slightly longer than an hour because I'm going to add the beginning that froze, even though it froze, the image froze, the video froze, you can still hear me talking in the background, so I'm going to leave that part in. Not sure how long I let it run before I realised it had frozen. I think maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Video 21 and 22 done tomorrow, uploaded tomorrow. Just trying to see if that, check if that is red. Yes, it is. Yeah, I don't know why I stopped there, because that's going to be red. Yeah, it makes sense now. Doesn't matter what angle you look at this, upside down, right way around, you can tell it's nearly finished. Oh, that's quite thick. This is upside down at the moment, but you can still see that it is nearly finished. Getting these last few, this last colour done. Oop. See if I can, a bit much on that brush, a bit too much. As you can see, it's painting on really well. The consistency is just right for edging. It's very thin and pliable, but not too thin that it becomes transparent. Yeah. coming together. Let's get this little bit at the edge. Just a tiny bit. Slightly off camera. It's not going to pour out, it's too thick. Yeah, so I've got, at the moment, not in as you're watching this back, but in this twilight zone I'm in, I've got 7 videos live. Of course, they'll all be up by the time you watch this. Let's try and get that angle. Turn it that way. I might be able to get that angle. I might even get all these reds painted in this. Maybe not, no, there's quite a lot of them. This is not going to be the last video. It's probably the penultimate video. So it should conclude in the next video. Place my hand. There's a lot of red around my hand that's still wet. It's quite tricky to get in, but it's butting up against the black, so it's kind of covers up a multitude of sins. If I go over slightly over onto the black, it doesn't matter because you can't see it, and if you can, I can clean it up. Yeah. Not far off now. Can I put my hand there? No. The paint is still wet. I can do here. Red beside red. It does almost look like the same colour. Just keep checking it's not the same red. But it does look the same. It's thickening slightly. Getting really difficult to do these edges. It all seems to be the same consistency as well. Kind of sloppy. I may have to add water. Yeah, it's really breaking up. Yeah. I'm going to put some water in there. What I'll do is I'll start taking it out of the lid. See if that's any better. Oh yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. Jump to the bigger brush again. Fill in some of these bigger spaces. Brushes are great. To the edge. I don't want to run out of this red. There's still a lot to paint. threads. Oh, there's one here, right in the middle. Just kind of get the bulk of it done. Small brush and just finish them off. So we're going to take it out of the lid. Painting okay from the lid. Ish. Cold now. Forgot I got it. I've always got coffee on the go on these videos. Red's really making a difference. really tying it all together. Red does look slightly different on the camera than it does to my eyesight, but that might be just because it's wet. Paint's wet, but paint usually does dry darker, or maybe slightly lighter. I think it just depends what colour it is. And some paint dries darker, like the lighter colours dry darker, and the darker colours maybe dry a little bit lighter. I think that's the rule of thumb. I just want to get it finished now. I just want to see the finished piece. I'm not in a rush to get it finished, I just want to see what it looks like when it's finished. To wrap this video up, clean a brush. turn the canvas back round the way it's supposed to go. Let's have a better look at it. Down, set the pen there. Yeah, as you can see, it is nearly finished. So I'm going to end the video here. And I'll see you in the next video where we'll probably finish.